Hello and welcome back to Timberborn Tuesday. So, we've got this really easy 9.3 day drought, which honestly won't change anything really. Like, we've got all this water stored. And right now what we're trying to build is over here. We're trying to demolish this so we can make a system for bad tides. Then we'll probably focus on getting the large tank, because it just stores so much more water. In fact, do we have enough gears? We almost have enough gears for it. We have enough planks and we actually have enough metal. We might build it now, or, we kind of do need to conserve planks for this because it's going to cost a hell of a lot of planks, but honestly, I'll say let's just go for it. We'll set it as a low priority and just to store water. Now, since we are in a drought, probably pause one guy, but that's about it. We've got 5 buildings missing workers, which would be... Ooh, we need people on planks. We'll leave this job for now. We'll let people harvest down here. And we might just pause another water pumper. If we can keep this green, then we get all of this land. I might use it for trees like maples and pines. I think they do like wonders over here. And if we ever need emergency wood, we've got some over here. Oh yeah, so science is a big problem since our population's so low. Our population is... we've got 7 houses left, so it's probably gonna boom in a few days. Eventually I might replace one of these with a sluice just to make it easier during droughts, like not actually having to lower it myself. We still got these 2 contaminated beavers. Let's see, how do we make them better? It's with the antidote, well, the herbalist. Yeah, we just don't have those materials, and I'm not making paper just for that. Like, we have 35 explosives. To be honest, the explosives factory and the bad water pump can honestly just be paused. We get more builders. If you didn't know this, they auto-prioritize the first thing you place, so since I placed these ones in the back first, before I built the other ones, then these ones are going to be the ones prioritized. Which means they're going to build these first. And that's why they're going right to left instead of left to right, which would seem to make more sense. And there's no power! Yay! Alright, so I'll probably do a quick time lapse of them building this. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, so the drought has ended. This can go back up to 2.95. These guys barely built anything. We've had 1 contaminated beaver die, which is very unfortunate. This berry storage can go back to sunflower storage, I think. And this is potato storage. We are really just waiting on them to build this. Then I think it's time to expand the power network. It might be worth getting paper. Where is it? Wood. Paper, to get paper so we can get the paper windmills and build fewer of them, but then they're so much more expensive. They do make double the power. And sometimes when these ones are off, the bigger ones are still on. The next thing's probably going to be a bad tide, just because we're not ready yet. We still have the dilution plan. We're finally storing potatoes, which is actually really nice. Now, can he reach over here? Okay, so we've only got a drought approaching. Yeah, we'll be fine. We can't blow this up until the drought is over. Or else, we're gonna be in big trouble because all of our storing water is just gonna flow out. And let's see how much range this guy has. Yeah, so we'll probably have just a little plantation here then, of pines. I'll unpause this guy, just so he can cut these oaks. You know what, actually I'll uproot that. I might put stairs... Ooh, pause. I might put stairs here. And the drought started 17 days. That's not good. I mean, we'll probably survive. Possibly by the skin of our teeth, I'm not sure. I think we're gonna have to do a water storage play, where we essentially just store water, rather than, like, actually holding on to it. No power again, yay! Gears are paused. They were paused ages ago. We actually need them. We should probably put guys just pumping here. Oh, they built it. Probably gonna have to explode this. I'd say as long as these two are good, then we'll be good. Do we have enough for the Tepper Shack? Yeah, we do. It's gonna be virtually useless for the foreseeable future, but after that, it should be pretty good. Yeah, I can only prioritize pine resin or maple syrup. So what I'll probably start on then is one, let's say we get away with 2 triple floodgates. And then we actually haven't unlocked levees yet, that's a bit sad. We'll put the levees here, and we'll have these two be our, like, exit valve. Man, it's taking them forever. It's the distance, yeah. If we could have them just run from... Where's the log storage? Down, up. Those can go, since we're not even storing water that high anymore. What do you reckon? Do you think this is gonna save enough time to actually be worth it? Maybe. It might just cost more time to build than it'll ever save. Makes you think now. Okay, so we've got 6 days left and a lot of water. You see, sluices were such a smart ad because now you essentially have infinite height floodgates. Like, just think about that. So anyways, I'm gonna do a quick time lapse of this being built. Alright, these will go down fully, and these won't come up fully. We'll put them to 0, honestly, since we need to blow these up and then get immediately get floodgates here. And can they reach that? Yeah. Can they reach these? Yeah, and yeah. Alright. Triple floodgate. Alright, and yeah, we're getting low on food, to be honest. So I might actually unpause this and set it to 1 guy. Actually, you know what? I'll unpause this and set it to 1 guy. These are the highest priority possible, because we can't survive a drought without them. You know what, I'll put it there. Okay, this will be a storage for pine resin. Where is it? There it is. Storage for pine resin. We'll put that rock bottom priority. Make sure they're doing exactly what I need them to do over here. Okay, we're half built. And we will store up to 1.95 now. Just in case. If this is a bad tide, we demolish this and just build a levee there and not even bother. Yeah, this has been built, so we can now store the full amount, 2.95. Alright, well, now we don't have to panic at all. Destroy all that and put in a levee. Well, 2 levees. Some levees. Can they reach that? No, of course they can't. Well, thank God this just so happens to be the perfect height. We are demolishing this entire thing. And this stuff is going as high of a priority as we can. I'd like to test this out before the thing ends, just to make sure that it can safely dispose of all the bad water, or else we might actually be not in a good state. So when we got that done, we get well-being going. See, there's showers, contemplation spot, Lido, herbalist. Might do a Lido over here, but then it's always gonna run out of water. If I go, boom. That's probably a bad idea. We probably wasted God knows how much water we wasted there. God knows. Hey, alright, so if we do this, the water kind of just overflows, but now if we set this to full and this to 0, then all the bad water or whatever just drains out, and we've still got our water reservoir. That's so great. That's actually fantastic. I'm kind of scared to install a sluice, so what I might do is install one here, then dynamite this, so then it's actually connected. Cause what's a sluice? You'll unlock a sluice. Sluices are definitely worth it. So we'll put a sluice over here, and put a levee as the base. Levee, and then sluices. Sluice, sluice, sluice. Right, and then we also want to dynamite this. Oh no. So I'll set these to 3 if I'm gonna be honest. 1.5k water stored, and we've got a 20-day flood. Well, drought, my bad. It's not a flood. It's very much a drought. They can probably build that from there if I connect it. They can reach, and they can reach. Yeah, nice. We've got 20 days. Close above downstream depth 1.5. No, we'll do downstream depth 0.2. Here we'll probably do 0.3, well 2.5, and 0.3. So this opens at 0.3, this opens at 0.25, and this opens at 0.2. I want to detonate that. We want to detonate that. So yeah, this system hopefully ensures that we don't just open all the sluices at the exact same time and let way too much water out. That's open, and it's fluctuating between open and closed, keeping this at a healthy 0.3. Okay, so our extra farmland actually finished. Sunflowers, yep. Yay, sunflowers. These are all 0.95. We'll leave them at that. So when the dam fills, it'll be fine. I don't know, I'll put some well-being stuff up. Contemplation spot, that's just screaming yes. I reckon they can contemplate here and there and in loads of different spots. And I actually don't have a rooftop terrace. If I put a platform here and a stair there, then I can put one there. Rooftop terrace, well-being. Rooftop terrace, yep. Lido? I mean, like, who doesn't want one? Am I right? This looks like epic. This looks so fun. Connected, yeah, I'd say over here is probably the best spot, to be honest. Yeah. And then we go well-being, Lido, there. And now we demolish, demolish, demolish. I hope it will have a high enough water level, or else we can't just higher the water level. So for now it probably won't increase anything drastically, because most people aren't working 20 hours a week, a day, so they're just not that concerned with going to the pool to hang out. So I'll throw in some decorations, just here and there. Shrub's a good one. So you do is place these here in the back, and they give people the boost without you actually having to, you know what you're doing. beautiful shrub. They're like purple for the iron teeth, I don't know why. We should reach our highest well-being soon enough, especially if I lower working hours. Yeah, why would I ever lower those? The working time down slightly. Yeah, alright, this is getting miserable. So we want batteries, yeah. Batteries are what we need. Do we have enough stuff for them? Yeah. So where will we put them? Here seems like a nice spot. That can go there, and that can go there. Then we need to dynamite out a little to get a lot of energy. We need to put that there, then dynamite this, that's it. And how do we get there though? It shouldn't be too much. Yeah, I'd say we're gonna be just fine passing through here. Our one less working hour is probably gonna destroy productivity, but it's fine, since the beavers won't be depressed now. Maybe. Well, we reached a new well-being. We'll actually build the power lines. Alright, that's the last ones. Yeah, so there's our power lines. I reckon there's probably going to be a few problems when they're being built, but nothing scaffolding probably can't fix. So yeah, quick time lapse. Yeah, so that little piece needs to be built. We can reach it if we go here and then build up. Can it be built? Yep, it can. I'll put that as lower priority, because we need this one built first, because then it just won't be connected. This just needs to be high priority because we need this to actually be built. Is anyone gonna come over and build it, or... No, I guess we'll just ignore it. Let's see how the water situation's doing. So we are down to this guy, and the Lido is still working. But we just reached that guy, actually. Oh, everything seems to be working great. So 20-day drought wasn't a problem. At all, really. And even if it was, we could have like paused this and farmed up here, and everything would have been fine if it was 30 days. I don't know, I'll leave this as a time lapse. And it's overtopped. Is it open enough? Is this only going to flood slightly? Yeah, it seems like it's just going to flood slightly. Yeah, so this is real nice. It's all full. And this is all the same power network, and both of these are built. And they both store 24,000. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. More Timberborn Tuesday next Tuesday, like usual. And yeah, next time we're probably gonna build more mills and finally get treated planks. So, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.